Come again, 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 come again.
24.
Welcome to 1HEART Live, the new channel dedicated to bringing you the best Caribbean-inspired content. I'm Jacqueline Shepherd and I'm your host for today's show, and it's going to be one good show, isn't it, everyone? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So today it's our media special, and we're going to turn the spotlight onto the media. We're going to be exploring the media landscape across press, radio, online, TV, and all points in between. And we're going to go all the way in and ask some of the tough questions about the state of the media, serving Caribbeans and lovers of Caribbean culture. And as always, we have the brilliant Home Sweet Home with Angie Le Mar on the beautiful island of Jamaica. It's a music special, so don't miss it. All right, so I want to send out, before we go any further, a shout out to last week's host, the lovely Gemma Fear, who I believe is sunning herself on a beach in the Caribbean island somewhere. So lucky for some, but then I guess if I was there, I wouldn't be here, and I'm very, very happy to be here. And I also want to give a special shout out to Leah Charles, my mate. I guess that you are watching, I believe you are. So thank you so much for tuning in. All right, now if you're new to the show, take a look at this.
One Heart TV.
You are watching One Heart.
You want go easy, Angie a God.
One Heart TV.
Wagwan, Jamaica.
Inspired by the Caribbean, loved by the world. A brand new channel, One Heart TV.
I love that. I love that. It inspires me, gives me life. Now, as this is our media special, we've pulled out all of the stops to bring together 7 brilliant guests from across the media, and they're going to share their stories as well as help us to explore the issues in the hot seat. So please welcome to 1HEART Live, veteran journalist and MD of the Phoenix Newspaper, George Ruddock. Everyone. Welcome, George. You all right?
Pleasure.
Thank you for being here. We've got trailblazing managing editor and founder of the Phoenix Newspaper, Marcia McLaughlin. Marcia, you had a bit of a journey to get here as well, so thank you. Thank you for joining us. And finally, a man that, following his last appearance, we just had to have him back on the show. Yeah, we did.
Oh, good.
You're smiling at me over there. It's lovely to see your face. He's comedian, broadcaster, and all-round force of nature. Kat Boyce, everyone. Yeah, I like those. Do you do that on the dance floor as well? It's about media today, not dancing,
Yeah.
but so, anyway, let's move on. So today, we are putting the media under the spotlight, and we're asking these questions. What is the state of the media serving the Caribbean community? How strong and diverse is our brand, is our media? So we want to know what your thoughts are on that. And do we even need Caribbean-focused media at all? I'm guessing that you guys are probably going to say yes, but we'll hear what your thoughts are in a moment. And how has technology affected our media? And as usual, we absolutely want to hear from you guys at home as well. Last week's interaction was the best ever, so come on, let's keep it going. We want to hear your thoughts, your voice, and we want you to share your views with us. So send us a question to us, to one of our guests in the hot seat as well. And don't forget, we're fully live and interactive. So get involved. You can tweet us at 1HEART TV. You can send us a quick email to connect@onehearttv.com, or why not join in the conversation by giving us a call? The number is 0207 819 6460. Okay, so we're going to head into a conversation in a moment. I hope that you know you're poised and ready to go, yeah? State of the Caribbean media content and everything. But before we dive into that, let's just have a quick look at the Caribbean global media landscape.
Well, we're talking about 8 minutes away from the hour, 10 o'clock, right on the Big One Station FM, London's leading community radio station.
Station FM is London's leading community radio station specialising in playing urban music genres. As well as music shows, it offers talk shows providing varied content to its listeners. This year it celebrates its 25 years of broadcasting. Established in 1834, The Gleaner is a daily newspaper focusing on Caribbean current affairs. The Gleaner Company has grown to be a successful newspaper publishing enterprise with a group of media companies in Jamaica, North America and England. CaribDirect.com is an award-winning multimedia platform with all the latest news and information on the Caribbean. Founded by David Roberts, Carib Direct is the Caribbean at your fingertips. Chris Blackwell founded Island Records in Jamaica in 1959 and brought it to the UK in 1962. During his time as a record producer, he drove the success of Bob Marley, Grace Jones and Jimmy Cliff, to name a few. Now owned by Universal Music, 3 Island labels roster includes Demi Lovato, Ariana Grande, Nicki Minaj and many more.
Carib Vision, the authentic channel for all things Caribbean.
Launched in 2006, Carib Vision is an international TV channel that now airs in more than 22 Caribbean territories, the USA and Canada. Its content includes news, sport and lifestyle programming.
What do you think to that? See some familiar faces in there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Okay. I want to hear your thoughts in just a moment, because I know that we've got 2 newspaper editors here with us. But before we do get into the specifics of the press, I want to hear about your thoughts on the general state of the media serving the Caribbean community. So just a note from all of you, what do you think about media serving the Caribbean community?
Well, the state of in terms of the newspaper, we only have 2 main newspapers, which are weekly, which are paid. That's the Voice newspaper and the Weekly Gleaner. And after that, we have a number of titles, which are either fortnightly or monthly, and so on.
What do you think about him saying that? About those two papers?
Yeah, those 2 papers, the Gleaner and the Voice, has been around a very long time. And so you have to give respect where it's due.
But you'd like to be involved in name checked in there too.
Yeah, but
next time, George.
Again,
yeah, no, but the landscape wasn't like that. There was a time when we had up to 5 weekly newspapers in the UK, which are paid for.
Okay, we're gonna pick up on that later. And Kat, what are your thoughts? I mean, are you someone who reads Caribbean content in terms of press? Is that somewhere that you go to for your information?
I'm more a child of the more computer era. So I'll get mine from social media. I get mine from word of mouth, from text.
Yeah.
Because text is powerful. Yeah, you know, a WhatsApp text with a picture on it. I go, what's that? Open it up, and it will send me and redirect me to where I need to find out stuff. I mean, normally, unless it's bad news, black people don't really talk about it.
Oh, come on. Yeah, we do. Let us know what you think on that. Do we talk about good news as well?
Go on.
Of course, we've got to make sure that we're communicating all of this. Marcia, is that one of the challenges that you have experienced then, you know, in regards to not just being in press format, but interactive as well, like Kat's saying?
Yeah, you've got to be. You've got to be. And that's why we have a young team on board that deals with Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I mean, I haven't got a clue about how it works, but we have to do it.
You've got to be on top of it. Okay, well, we're going to find out a little bit more about you. You can tell us about, you know, more about the Phoenix. And, of course, we want to find out about what compelled you to launch it. But before we hear from you, let's have a look at this.
I get to know about Phoenix on a community radio, and essentially it was the right target for me.
Applause to you because, you know, it's a big deal launching a newspaper. So what inspired you, made you feel compelled to do that? Was it that you felt there was still a gap in the market?
There was a gap in the market, and I took that chance. I do feel that we could have or do with a lot more newspapers because I love newspapers myself. But the Phoenix newspaper came about because I felt that there needed to be a lot more positive news.
Yeah.
And everyone that I spoke to would say, oh, we're fed up of newspapers, they're always just so negative. And because I know that they need to be there, the negative ones, I thought, well, you know, let's give them some positive news as well.
And so break that down, because Phoenix specifically focuses on positive stories.
Positive.
So this is what you need to be reading, Kat.
See, that's a good thing. I'll start looking at it. I'll start looking at it, you know. Yeah, I'll start looking.
There you go. You see, you were saying black people only report the negative stories, but Phoenix, you know, that's the counterbalance, so to speak.
So just ask a question. So if you just do the positive stories, what about the other stories which affect the community?
You do those, George. You do all the negative stories, and I do all the, well, negative, positive, whatever. There's a whole new world out there.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I love is opportunities and doors opening. And I'm glad that it opened for me.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't be here sitting with George if I didn't have a product that was doing something out there for the community. So I'm very happy with what I've got.
And actually, I think it's really refreshing, you know, to read the positive stories. And as you said, that was the gap in the market that you were looking to fill. So you seem to be questioning just the one slant of it. Do you think that it's actually not quite an optimistic point of view to come from?
I think a newspaper is to do what it's supposed to do, which is to report the news, whether it's to be negative or positive or whatever it is. But, you know, you have to report it because you can't ignore the news, which pretty much affects the community.
Kat, what are your thoughts then? Now that you know that this exists, how do you feel about
I've had the pleasure of working with this gentleman, you see.
Course.
So he's been my managing director. I just never see the face, you know. Until now, that's amazing. Now, you know, I get to see the face now. But
it's not your first time meeting, is it?
Yes!
You see,
yes, we
One
see
Heart
like this.
bringing people together.
That's right, you see. I feel like, you know, the legitimate child that's just been brought in to see his parents, you know. But no, I've been writing for the newspaper, for like Young Voices, you know, as the agony uncle.
Yeah.
And, you know, when I got the opportunity to do that, I was like, wow, you know, another tick to my bow.
I've got some problems that perhaps you can solve for me then, agony uncle.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right, so coming up after the break, we're going to turn our attention to The Voice, of course, and hear from the newspaper's MD, George Ruddock. And, of course, Kat's staying with us throughout the whole show, so you can tell us a bit more about that and your thoughts. So we'll see you on the other side.